Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara Arnold and Happy New Year. So tonight I'm going to be channeling Ascended Master Saint Germain, and he's going to be giving us an energy ascension update for January 2021. So he's going to be showing us how the energies are changing from 2020 to 2021. And we also did a predictions video. If you're new to the channel, that was done like 3 weeks ago. I'll put it in the end screen and in the description below. And that's for the universal energies for going into 2021, where the collective's vibrating at. And also I do have a video called How to Channel the Ascended Masters. If anybody's interested in channeling, everyone can channel. It might help you get started, so I'll put that link in the description below. And I want to say thanks for viewing, and hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And Happy New Year. Have a great night. I'm going to get started now. Oh yes, welcome. I am Saint Germain. We welcome you all. We welcome you into a new vibration. This would be the year of 2021. You are all moving out of the frequencies of 2020 into a new way. What does this mean, Saint Germain? What did 2020 look like? We would say that it had shaken your foundations. There was, we would say, some uncomfortableness in the collective as their foundations or their attachments to security got shaken up. This would be much of the root chakra area for many in the collective on planet Earth. This was uncomfortable for most of humanity, we would say. There are new energies within the year of 2021 on a blanket of energies onto the planet Earth. This would be new frequencies are coming in over the past 3 weeks since the Great Conjunction, as many of you had called it. We would say that these frequencies are still integrating onto the planet. It is that there are many subtle differences that one would notice as one experiences these new frequencies. There would be a sense of lightness and more freedom as you move into 2021. For some, the light frequencies are they're sensitive to in their auric fields. They're sensitive to their physical bodies, and they may find that they're having restless sleeps, or they're having an excitement in the crown chakra. We would bring through frequencies today through this video of frequencies of transmutation for the crown chakra at this time. One would notice that those who are sensitive to these frequencies, their body meridian time clock would be off. They would have some restless nights. They would have some sleepless nights. This would be that time has sped up on the planet, and this would be a folded space. It would be that many of you are now more grounded into the now moment. This would be appear to many that time has sped up. We would say this these new frequencies have disrupted the organ meridian clocks in one's body, as this is based on a time structure of a 24-hour period. We would say that as you integrate these new frequencies, these subtle energies would disrupt the flow of the meridian clock and would cause a wakefulness at times that you're not used to being awake. It would, we would say, be that sleep when it is comfortable to sleep, and be awake when it is comfortable to be awake. This is nothing you have to do. Once you integrate these frequencies, it will settle down. It is that your physical body is adjusting to these new frequencies that which you are integrating on planet Earth at this time. There are many, one would call a light worker, that would feel these subtle energies. We would call these an empathic individual. This would be one that is sensitive to energies, would be more affected by these symptoms, we would say, but it would not be detrimental. There are ones that are worried about their sleepless nights, and we would say go with the flow. Do not focus too much attention on it. It would be a great time to create if you cannot sleep at night. We would say that the energies of 2021 have a beautiful energy frequency for all of humanity at this time. One would feel that a more lightness, one would feel a more of a freedom energy on planet Earth. This would be one of great change on planet Earth, a time of change for planet Earth in 2021. There would be new reconstructing and building from the we would say unstableness of we would not use the terminology unstableness. One moment, please. The shaking up of foundations from 2020, we would say that people are re-evaluating their situations. They are looking at their situations in a new, with new eyes, with new perceptions. We would say many are beginning to think out of the box. Did this energy in 2020 not force you to go out of the box and try something new? We would say do not head back to 2020 from before the COVID-19. We would say that some would be saying, oh, I want things to go back to normal before COVID-19 happened. And we would say that COVID-19 happened to shake the core of humanity, to create change for humanity. If you would wish to go back to the old way, you will recreate more uncomfortableness in your reality. We would say instead to settle into the new way and allow whatever is arising to arise. Could I be more in the now moment and be comfortable with the shaking up of my foundations? We would say within each of your experiences there are many gifts, and there are many new ways, and there's many new perceptions. If you would look forward in this now moment instead of behind to try to go back to an older way. We would say that we had mentioned in previous video that COVID-19 will begin to decrease around the end of March for humanity. This will be a slow decrease. It will decrease over the next 2 years. It would be that there would be more comfortableness in 2021 with wearing a mask and social distancing, as many of you have let go of the fears of COVID. The 2020 energy was keeping you in a high intensity sense of fear from the root chakra, not feeling secure or safe. There were many people running out to buy toilet paper or running out to stock up on food. You would notice that as you move into 2021 that you are not doing that as you were in 2020. This would be that the panic of that frequency has settled. Many of you have integrated and changed this frequency of panic back to love. As you moved into 2020, you would notice that the COVID-19 fears are more easily tolerated on planet Earth for much of humanity. There would still be an increase over the next few weeks, we would say, in COVID-19 as the energy frequencies of the virus have sped up. We would say that as you begin to work with the new frequencies of 2021, you will find new ways. You will find new ways to create and to change. We would say that many of you have, with the restrictions of the COVID-19, you have found a new way within your home. You have found a new way of space. Within the space, you have begun to create. What we mean by this is that you have found your individual space. We would say that instead of going to the office for many and being surrounded by hundreds of people every day, you are at home working alone on your computer, on the Zoom meeting with the people at the office, but they are not in your physical space. This would allow you to have more energies, physical energies, and alone time, which has caused many to turn inward and begin to connect with themselves from within. And when one would go in, they would begin to channel higher consciousness. We would not use terminology higher. We would say it is different. It is frequencies of consciousness, because it is forcing them to go within and connect to the consciousness within them in themselves. When they connect to the consciousness within themselves, they begin to connect and channel the energies of universal energy flowing through them with ease. This without the disruptions with everybody in the workplace or at the schools, the crowds, the crowded balls. One moment, please. We would say that many have let go of the attachment to those around them as they were forced to be alone for a long period of time during 2020. This has opened space. This has opened their eyes. This has opened their hearts. They're finding new ways. We would say, do not be afraid to come out with your inventions. Do not be afraid to try something new. All of you are co-creators. All of you are consciousness, and all of you are magnificent. You are all creators. And we would say that if you wish to project your idea forward, to begin that process, do not be afraid. It is only fear stopping you from your success. We would say that there will be more thinking out of the box, and there will be new ways of working in the world as you begin a new way of living. We would say that this is much excitement for humanity at this time. We would say many of you would be comfortable with the new frequencies of 2021. We would say that some of you would be uncomfortable with these frequencies. This would be because you were still gripping to wanting a foundation or a structure that you had in the past. When this happens, we would say to observe where your egoic consciousness is taking you. What is it trying to hold on to from the past? What if I stood in this now moment and created from here and fully accepted what was in my reality? What would that look like? What would that feel like? We would say to ease up on yourself. You are putting much pressure on yourself when you are critical on oneself. This would be detrimental. If one was to criticize themselves, this puts them into a frequency of a third dimension reality, and many of you are moving into a fifth dimension perception. We would say to create in the now moment and accept and allow everything that is arising as if you had created it yourself. What if whatever is showing up was my creation? What if I took responsibility that everything in my reality is my creation? Would this not give me the power to change it? We would say yes, it would. And we would say that we are excited for your journey. There is nothing to fear. There are many that are wondering about the planet Earth at this time in destructing. And we would say this would not be happening at this time. All is well on planet Earth. We wish you well for 2021. Blessings.